Hey guys, it's Chris, and I am here reacting to the video Amber uploaded yesterday. So, not too late to the party. Uh, Everybody was worried about her being gone, and I listened to some videos, and I am actually very on board with Karina Kaboom that Amber may have actually gotten a strike or like a week long punishment of some type because she couldn't. She was, I guess, apparently in this video, she says how depressed and stuff she is, but she was like happy and yucking it up and like doing all kinds of stuff on Instagram and TikTok, but not a peep on YouTube. And whenever you get locked out of your channel on YouTube, you can't post on your community posts either. So, ironically, after 7 days exactly, she comes back. I really hope that they are starting to look at Amber and the clickbaiting and trolling she does, trolling whatever, the clickbaiting, the self harm with the overeating, the being drunk. All I hope they're looking at that and they're punishing her for it. I don't think Amber should be completely deplatformed. I think everybody deserves to have a say and say their piece, but at the very least, people like her and Foodie Beauty, Nikocado, who hurt themselves with the food and stuff, should be age restricted and or demonetized. So that's my own personal opinion. But anyways, we're gonna get into this here. I am gonna try to get a couple more videos for the week recorded today. If not, definitely tomorrow. It's been a crazy start to the week. I was busy yesterday, and then my kiddo was sick, so he stayed home. He's still home from school again today. He hasn't been this sick with a major like head sinus thing in well over a year or so. He used to get them very bad. Uh, he had an infection in his face and his sinuses when he was a baby and was hospitalized for a week and had two surgeries on it. And he's kind of had like sinus problems on and off ever since. But so it's been going really good. And so I've kept him home. He has a tutor that helps him in math. Goes up to his grandma's house because he's a tutor. The teacher that tutors him is a lot closer. So he is staying up there today. I feel so bad. He just feels like crap. And with the temperature rises and drops down here, I'm really run down. If you don't know, I do have chronic Lyme's disease, and the temperature extremes, especially cold with me, just sends me into a really bad flare up. I feel like I just was run over by a truck. I feel aches and stiffness in my bones and my joints. It was a lot better when I was taking my supplements, trying to kick it naturally, which takes a long time. I stopped taking my supplements for a while. I was like I said at the beginning, end of last year, I was kind of in a bad way, and I did just set it all up, order a couple new things, and get my new regimen going yesterday. So that should kick in pretty soon. But anyways, I will try to skip through anything that's irrelevant. This is a long one from Amber. She is sped up for time. I will link her full video down below as always. I have a nice hot cup of this delicious, it's not sponsored, guys. I have no sponsors. It's called Dragon's Eye Oolong Tea. It's got like peach and mango. Oh my god, it's amazing. It smells so good and tastes just as good. I want to make a soap that smells like this tea. Have a cup of that. I am ready to go. Let's get into it. Oh, I see we're starting with the ceiling, and I already mentioned, along with other people, the minimum that Amber needs to do to make people believe these weigh-ins. And I see she's just like normal, not taking our advice.
January 16th, welcome to a new vlog. I personally don't understand how it's already the 16th. Time is just like literally flying by. Speaking of flying, why did I throw butter out the window? I'll give you guys a second. Because I wanted to see butterfly. Literally the stupidest joke ever. Okay.
Oh, that's such a corny dad joke, Amber.
Let's get into this weigh-in. By the way, I was super snacky last night, so I'm not expecting a loss.
Okay, listen, here we go. Let's reiterate. We've done this before in class, guys. The class we have here on our channel a lot. Amber needs to be eating, what was it, 35 to almost 4,000 calories to maintain her weight. So if she gained weight, she ate at least that much to maintain her weight, because the weight, like if she gains like a half a pound, that's not necessarily all just fat she gained, but it's indicative of a lot of carbohydrate, bad carbohydrates, especially sugar, salt, the sodiums. And it's also indicative that there could just be a large amount of physical food matter in her body that is not gone yet, if you know what I'm saying. So she's been doing okay, and I'm so torn on her weights. I don't fully believe them. Maybe I'll do a video on side by sides I made last week after watching a react compilation to my 600-pound life, and there was a woman on there who was built almost identical to Amber, even in height. Like, it was crazy. I've never seen anyone built almost exactly like her, but this woman was. And this woman's weights were confirmed at Dr. Now's office, and it really made me question how much Amber has weighed at her highest and beyond. So I may actually do that. That would be a good video idea for those of you who didn't see the post on Twitter. If you can follow me on Twitter, I have it up there. And I did put it in the community post, but I didn't resize the picture right, so I don't think you got to really see it. But it did seem like the first couple weeks of the year, albeit too slowly for her size, her numbers were seemingly trending down. And while only a half a pound or 0.08, 0.04 is not a lot for Amber, it's maintaining, because with Amber, between 1 to 5, 10 pounds is maintenance for her at her size. But if they would have kept showing a complete steady downward trend, then we know over time she slowly actually is dropping a little bit of weight. Starts at 515 or whatever. Okay, last time I saw she was at 507. Okay, that shows an indication of not a ton of weight, but a drop of over time of maybe 7-8 pounds, which she could lose in 2 days. But the slow would have been better than none. So if they just start shooting back up, then she's really just not making any changes. And even then, to lose weight that slowly, she has to be still eating quite a bit to lose that slowly for her. I just started yesterday back on yes, I'm sorry guys, I talk a lot. That's what we do here on reaction channels. We talk, we react, we talk some more, we talk about ourselves. But I am planning to do a fast, a version of what is called the Daniel fast when Lent starts. I'm getting back into my faith. I am not a Christian. I am thinking about incorporating more Christianity, Catholicism into my life. That's a whole nother video, a whole nother bag of worms. But the fact is I am thinking of trying to do this modified Daniel fast, a very loose version of it, for Lent. And I wanted to just try to get some weight off in the meantime, because I've just kind of been, I lost a few pounds when I did a 3-day liquid fast at the beginning of the year. And then I've kind of just been hovering and maintaining since then. So I was like, I need to kick it up, get it into gear, start feeling better, get this weight loss train really rolling. So I started back. I'm actually doing a lower carb, not fully like keto, but going back to lower carb. I started yesterday, and I'm going to do that until Lent, when Ash Wednesday starts. The diet is a lot more vegetable and carb based, so that is going to involve more moderation and definitely more calorie counting. So it's it's really two opposite things, but I dropped about a pound today, just from the water and stuff like that. So it's good to show that changes can work. And I just feel like if Amber was making any major changes, she would have dumped the first, seriously, 18 to 22 pounds by now. But let's see where we're at.
So just a warning. Hello. It's ready.
Let's see if there's a cut. There was a cut. Look down if you watch this at about the 35 mark, and you can even slow it down. I have the sped up, but you can see that light fixture. You can see the slightest skip, and that means she's that's one of the things I said to her that she needs to completely cut out. If she wants people to believe it, she needs to do this completely unedited with somebody pointing the camera on her.
Hello. It's ready. Okay, stepping on.
Yep.
Oh, 507.0. I
507.
Okay.
0.0. So even if, see, and the problem is Amber shouldn't be snacking at all. Her snacks are on her shelf and on her fupa and on her ankle cuffs or her cankles, whatever you want to call them. She shouldn't be snacking. She should be eating to satiety at her meals, not stuffing, because with Amber's stomach being as big as it is, she's going to have to deal with being a little bit hungry. But for now, eat till she's pretty satisfied. She feels somewhat full, and on good, healthy foods, whole foods, and then skipping the snacks. Let that hunger build to next meal. Now, she has issues with binging. I'm not saying I don't necessarily think it's good for her to just do one meal a day or fast, but she needs to be eating the satiety mostly at her meals, and pushing that peckishness with the snacking, because I guarantee a lot of the time Amber is not snacking just because she is purely hungry. It's like a boredom, it's a head hunger, and Amber does not like just feeling full and satisfied. She likes feeling stuffed. She likes feeling like she's a tick about the pop. She eats for pleasure, and that those habits need to change.
If you guys hear chomping and chewing.
Okay, so we're down 8.4 pounds, which, okay, good. If this will continue trending down this way, that's good. It will show she actually is slowly but surely making progress. And I will definitely believe that whenever she gets on the scale and has Mama Lynn or someone record it, and we can see unadulterated a weigh-in. But theoretically, this would be good. It's too slow, mind you. Her health is in a state, whether she admits it or not, she is in such a bad way. She's been so heavy for so long. This weight needs to come off a lot faster. But if it's coming off, fine. For now, we'll take it. And I'm really happy if it is, because Amber's an absolutely horrid individual. Horrendous person. But I will never not be happy for somebody if they are doing something to better their life, better themselves, lose weight, get healthier. I'll always be happy for somebody for that. And like I've said before, we don't know how Amber would be if she actually lost the weight and really changed. And because mental health is directly correlated and related to physical health, and losing the weight might really turn a key in her life. It might make her reflect and self-reflect, and then say, I have these mental conditions and I need help, and actually go and be honest with the doctors and the therapists and get on the medication and say, I want to be a better person. I've done this, I've lied, I've mistreated, I don't want to do that anymore. It's amazing, like, how whenever you're as big as she is, for as long as she's been, you don't necessarily know who you are. There's a lot of people that lose weight, and then you look at them and they're so motivated and they're so different, and they even say to themselves, I can't believe I was like that. I don't know how that I was like that, how that person was me. I am so embarrassed. I feel so bad. And I just wonder what somebody like Amber or Foodie would be like if they lost a significant amount of weight. Foodie will always be absolutely deplorable and detestable. Amber would be to a degree, but I think out of the two, Amber has a slightly smaller chance for redemption than Foodie does. But anyways.
In the background, Twinkie's eating her breakfast, but I was 507.0.
And I give her credit. Twinkie is still looking a lot slimmer than she was. I think Jade did most of the controlling the food for the animal and the walking to get Twinkie's weight down. But Amber looks like she's maintaining that. So I don't think she's exercising the dog as much as she says, though. So we might see a weight gain in Twinkie. But for now, Twinkie looks really good. And I do give her credit for that. I have a love of little dogs and chihuahuas. I know how much a chihuahua is supposed to weigh and what they're supposed to look like and how they're supposed to act. I have one, and he is at his heaviest right now with his winter weight on, because it's too cold to walk him sometimes. So we always play him a lot in the house anyways, though. And Frodo, the channel dog, is a hefty 7 pounds right now. In the summer, when he'll walk like around town like 2 or 3 times a day. He gets a lot of walking, puts about 3 miles in a day. And he stays right around 6 to 6.5 pounds. So he hurt his paw, totally off the subject. He hurt his paw this past fall. And then when it healed, he didn't really feel like going on his walks again. Like he didn't want to do it. We had to kind of force him. So I can't wait for the spring so I can, hopefully being stuck in the house as much, will have him wanting to go out and explore, because he's going to start going back on his regular walks. He's my best little walking buddy when my kiddo's not home. And it's fun. I have a good time walking him, and it's good for him. Anyways, here we go. I'm off on tangents today. See, I don't talk to the camera for 2 or 3 days, and then I'm just yak, yak, yak.
Which I'm so happy about. This is a perfect example of how yesterday was a gray area.
And if I can remember, I will, if I can think about it, I will insert a little photo of Frodo or a picture or two into the timeline, if I remember. For those of you who may not have seen Frodo, there's a couple shorts with them in my channel too.
It's like I told myself several times to stop snacking, and several times I listened to myself, but there was a couple times where I was like, let me just have one more. Let me just have one.
And Amber needs to remember, and she needs to learn. I am Amberlynn Reid, and this is how I am. I can't just have one. And I'm not like degrading her for that. A lot of people are that way. All of the crappy food she eats is made to have you think and feel that way. I have a really hard time with certain things. If you're one of the new viewers and you don't know, I do have a history with binge eating and bulimia. I can't say these words on the channel anymore, but it's the opposite of Anna. And I could put away some food. It was crazy. And then, you get sick, and then you just do it all again. So I didn't binge on like carrots and cottage cheese and stuff like that. Like, it's all bad, highly processed, like overly palatable food, and that's like the stuff Amber lives on. And there are certain things I have problems with, especially some sweet things. I cannot just have one. They say, oh, it's bad to eliminate certain things. You have to have moderation. No. Not everybody can do moderation. If you can, I am happy for you. Consider yourself lucky. Some things I can just have a bite or two and be okay, but certain things like ice creams and cake and a Rice Krispie treat or something like that, I can't just have one. I can't have one bite. I can't have one serving. It's like a flip switches. So it is not as fun, okay, to like just not have it at all. But until like Amber's in a better place and a better headspace, what she calls it, and in control of her food and her appetite and stuff like that, it is better just to abstain, because sometimes abstinence is just easier and better than moderation. I'd rather just not have any bite of a Rice Krispie treat than one little bite or one little Rice Krispie treat, because I can't just have one. So it actually becomes very torturous and difficult for me to fight that craving to not have more. But if I just don't eat it, it's far easier.
Or one little snack.
Intuitive eating and everything in moderation does not work for everybody, guys, especially when you eat a diet like Amber's, which is like 90% processed, packaged, refined, or takeout food.
Of making my gray area like a little cloud, because clouds are gray.
Amber, you are a gray area. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes they are. But maybe I'll start that in February, so I'm just going to put that I had an off day.
I do give her credit. I love girls writing. I love writing stuff down too by hand. I do this myself, okay? I share a lot of traits and qualities with Amber. Hopefully none of the really bad ones. That terrifies me. But like with liking to write stuff down, old school and pen and paper, I do love it. And she does have very nice writing. And I am doing my 100 days of weigh-ins every morning in a short. I do my weigh-in. And because it was inspired by our girl, Amber. Sorry. I started, just for funsies, I started putting frowny faces and hearts in my list. But see, I measure like a lot of metrics, and I like to see how they change, and I want to see how they change. I have a scale where it connects to an app on my phone, and I know it's not 100% accurate, like it's not like a DEXA scan or anything, but it's just a good metric to see where you start, and then where, it shows definitely ups and downs and fluctuations. So even if it's not completely accurate, it's close enough. It's enough. It can show progress or regression, and I'm writing it down. Maybe I'll share those with you one of these days. I definitely will like share stats like as I go. It's I every morning I record my weight, my BMI, my body fat, my visceral fat score, my metabolic age score, and I like to see where it kind of goes. And I know BMI is like controversial. I think it's good for like the normies like me. You know, I'm not a bodybuilder or anything like that, but it's a good metric. And I record it every day, and I haven't really said anything. It's like this 100 days away, and it's not just like it is for measuring my weight, but I do have an ultimate goal to be down 30 pounds by the end of this 100 days. I think if I can stick to everything I want to do, especially during Lent, that will really help. But yeah, because I got off track and gained like a shit ton of weight last fall. I gained all the weight I lost back, plus some. I willingly just went off the rails. I was like, I need the break. I need a break. Screw this. I was in a bad place, and I just made choices I knew were not good, and I purposely said I'm just gonna wait till New Year's. All my choice, all my doing, and here I am back to starting. So I'm definitely not gonna do that again. I'm going to hopefully be in a better place where I can have some treats and stuff for the holidays. And I just need to make sure that I don't let certain stressors send me off the rails. I do have a couple specific stresses that send me in a bad way. And when that happened, I walked away, and I just need to make sure I do not let that happen. I have started looking to the therapist I went to that I loved is no longer in the area, so I am looking for a new one just to kind of rehash stuff and help me with some coping skills. I have good coping skills. I know what they are, and I could help somebody else, but when it's you, it's like, it's weird. It's difficult. I am my own biggest critic and worst enemy. And I just it's not necessarily that I need the coping skills. I readily admit I my best friend in my life is my son, and I don't have somebody really in my life to talk to about some of these adult thoughts and problems and concerns and stresses. I'm not like that close to my partner, and I don't have a lot of like friends anymore. I live away from people, so I don't get to see friends and stuff in person too often. And a lot of the stuff, it's just not for little children's ears, and they shouldn't be burdened with it. So I think just even having another adult that I can confidently vent to would help a ton. And I guarantee I probably wouldn't have went so far off the rails if Kristen, the therapist that I absolutely adored, was still in the area and I could still see her. But I am going to be working on that. And again, a lot of sharing in this video. But yes, I do want to lose 30 pounds within this 100-day span. I'm down 5 from the start. And this year, I really, not just want, I need to lose at least 50 pounds. Guys, I just have to lose 50 pounds. So I will make some videos and vlogs about that. I am saving up to invest in a good vlogging camera so that when the spring comes around and we're out doing stuff and everything, I can start recording some more stuff for you guys. Anyways, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry about that intermezzo course there.
Fully believe that. I was a little snacky. I gave in a little here and there, but it was nothing like crazy.
Amber, don't snack.
Intense.
That's what I meant to say. That whole thing came down to don't snack, Amber.
Stay the same or gain a couple ounces, so maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I'm currently in the other unit.
She does have nice like apartments. She does live in nice places because you know Amber's such a high class fancy girl and better than all of us. But she's in handicap units. Like she could be doing so much more with her time and her money and her life. It's nice, but it sucks. Like she will never own anything. Like when she is gone, nothing will be left except like Target haul earrings and random like Lego, just stuff. You know what I mean? The most important things will be the animals. But Amber does not want to buy a house. I firmly believe she will never buy a house because she doesn't want to be stuck somewhere. And a house comes with full responsibilities, right? These apartments, she doesn't have to, mow grass or take care of anything really. It's more tempting for like the younger girlfriend she likes to get. Oh, we live in this luxury apartment complex, and it's like this big whole thing, right? Plus, every time she breaks up with a girl, she has to move to a new location to find and to move to wherever the new one is. And it's crazy she still hasn't found one. I think as she gets older, it's going to get harder and harder for her to find one. But she had to move back home with mommy. And then if she finds a new girlfriend, she'll move in there or she'll move away from her mom. I think the honeymoon phase is eventually going to wear down with Amber's mom, with Amber being around and being so demanding and stuff like that. But her places are really nice. It's just a shame she blows all that money on them.
You guys, carrying my laundry in this, it gets really heavy, especially when it's
Okay, yeah.
drying. They still have 15 minutes, so I'm gonna
Wow.
close or
Oh, we have a picture of Amber with no hair done, no makeup on. We don't get those too often anymore because she hasn't secured her next wife. Not wife. We said wife, guys, not wiper. I do like she's doing her hair. I know she said, well, the poop bun doesn't live here anymore. It most certainly does. You made the poop bun iconic. But it is nice to see her doing her hair. And I think she has pretty hair, except for the 2 feet of it on the bottom that needs hacked off.
you have to go to like a laundry room that's like in your apartment complex. Put that shit on top of the suitcase.
It's nice when she has it done and washed and stuff like that.
Here it is, and then I just push it.
Okay,
it's literally
Amber.
the best invention, I know.
I am surprised she still could use that unit. I'm surprised. Well, one, she should have just been washing them in that unit too, because then she wouldn't be carting heavy clothes around. And Amber's clothes are humongous, guys. I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. And can you imagine how heavy a load of her laundry must be when it's wet, especially? And secondly, it made me wonder, that's like an upscale apartment complex in the middle, like right in town in the city of Oklahoma City. It makes me curious as to how great this place is or what the problem is that for 3 months they had a vacant apartment that she could just use at her own discretion. I feel like that they would just replace her dryer or switch them out with the one. It's weird to me. Was it weird to you that place was empty for so long?
Okay, guys, so it is the next day. My mom's pipes actually froze, so she had to
That's a real thing, and that really sucks.
come over here.
We have to worry about it.
I haven't even done my weighing yet. I've been awake for literally hours and hours and hours.
Amber, I'm sure your mom watches your videos. She knows what you weigh, so she shouldn't be afraid to do a weigh-in in front of her mom. And if her mom was in the shower or whatever, she could have grabbed her scale and put it out on the kitchen floor or some other hard surface and done the weigh-in there. Or, oh, I know it sucks, girl, just fast and don't eat or drink anything. Well, just a couple sips of water, but don't eat anything and pee right before you do your weigh-in later in the day.
Hours. I hate weighing myself in the middle of the day because your weight fluctuates hardcore, especially after.
Not if you don't eat and if you don't drink a ton. If you just sip in water and you pee right before you go, it will still be fairly accurate. But we know Amber can't go long without eating, despite what she says.
You ate. It is what it is, but let's go do the weigh-in. Okay, so just for continuity, I'm going to say the date, January 17th.
How long do you think that's going to last? For continuity, I'm going to start saying, I'm saying the date. Well, how long before suddenly she starts getting behind, doesn't like something, screwing with the timeline, and suddenly we don't get any more dates and, content we're watching could be 3 weeks old. I give it about till the end of January, maybe.
I can't believe I've weighed in daily for 17 days.
Oh my God, wow. I've done it for 23 days now, Amber, and guess what? It's not that hard. And if you just set it up to where you could just stand and do it real quick, wait and uncut, it's not that hard. My shorts, they're literally, some of them are only like 15 seconds. I say, hi guys, this is such and such a day of 100 days of weighing in. I weigh in the same spot every day right here by my door on my hard towel floor. I may move them to the kitchen though. And just in what I've slept in, or I put on the same pair of like leggings and a pair of socks, or something like that, and sometimes my slippers. And boom, there it is. And then I say, okay, thank you. And I put text up of what the weigh-in was, and it's gone. It's one of the easiest challenges she gives herself, and she can't stick to it. She should have tried 30 days of weigh-ins first before she tries 100. And I tried desperately not to miss a day. Even if it's later in the day and the weight's not going to be 100% accurate, I will weigh every day at some point. I mean, it would take some sort of major disaster for that to not happen. And let's pray that does not happen.
Hello, it's ready.
All right, stepping on.
508.8 pounds.
508.8? Your girl is not surprised with that.
Oh, do you hear that, like, smarminess in her voice? I am not surprised. And she's laughing. Why are you laughing, Amber? You should be in the 400s now. You're maintaining a weight of over 500 pounds. What about that is funny? I think that's absolutely mortifying. And again, that shows she ate her maintenance calories plus some yesterday. So she ate over 4,000 calories yesterday. Honestly, I don't think I could do that now. Even on a binge, if I decided, just binge out, just go full. Like I want to do some eat with me, so I don't want them to be mistaken for mukbangs. But even if I like show like I have basically, if I do like one big meal a day, it still could never amount to the amount that she eats. Like that, guys, should give you an indication of just how big her stomach physically is, how stretched out her actual physical stomach is in that body. And that's why I firmly believe she needs the surgery. It's too big, too stretched out. She can't deal with hunger. Same with Chantel. I think I have to do a video on her today too. Ugh. Way to ruin a nice day. They can't and will not tolerate hunger. It's like they act like they're starving. It's like, no, being a lot hungry is not starving. And it's insulting to people who actually are starving. So I think she just needs to get to where her stomach is little the size of an egg or whatever, or at least the size of a banana if she got a sleeve, just to physically cut out a large portion of that stomach that she chronically has to stuff.
Okay, so 508.8.
I thought she was doing her cottage cheese and mustard, which is disgusting, by the way, and veggie thing. Now, I like cottage cheese and I like raw veggies. I have been incorporating both. Again, inspired by Amber. But I'm not dipping my veggies in the cottage cheese, and I can't do mustard. No way, guys. But if she was doing that, she couldn't eat enough vegetables. She couldn't eat enough raw vegetables in the day and cottage cheese and mustard. Maybe if she ate a lot of the cottage cheese to gain weight and to eat she can't eat 4,000 calories a day in that stuff, guys. So clearly that's fairly out the window. I see she's making good friends with the local Jack in the Box and DoorDashers.
Makes me very sad to see it, but yesterday I was not on the track, so that explains that. Plus, weighing myself is such a weird time of day, but no excuses. I still had an off-track day. Y'all, I have some amazing news. They fixed my dryer. Clothes in my apartment. Okay, guys,
I don't know why it took so long to get her dryer fixed. And you guys, that's really weird. When you like move out of an apartment, they usually do like a walkthrough to check for damage and stuff to see if you're going to get your security deposit back and to see what needs fixed before they move another tenant in. You mean to tell me they saw it? Like, she keeps talking about it being broken because of this humongous dent. Do you mean to tell me that they saw that and let it there and then let her move in? I honestly think, and there's rumors that she leaned against it. She did something to damage that dryer herself, I firmly believe. Can you imagine being so big that people speculate that you're the one who actually dented a like professional giant Maytag washer or dryer? Holy crap. I mean, how can you not be embarrassed?
surprised my mom with a little something something. So if you remember this clip from my last vlog or a couple of vlogs ago, my mom got this.
Oh, let's pat it out, Amber. Yeah, that old
calendar,
calendar,
which is totally
yes.
fine. Well, excited for it, so I'm excited to give it to her.
No, that's really cute. That's a sweet gesture. She saw her mom like that, and she got her a new version of it. So that was nice. Good for you, Amber. That was really nice. And we have to keep mom happy, because if mom's starting to, like I said, if the shine's starting to wear off of this arrangement of Amber living so close, she's gonna do what Amber does and buy as much time and effort and affection as she can until that bridge is fully burnt and people nope out.
Okay, guys, so I have started the Roses Lego.
I do like these. They're better than like I did like the succulent. Ain't that how she said it? Succulent. The cactus one, the cacti, the succulent ones. For Legos, they were nice, but I think the succulent one would have been nicer if it was in this style. Because Legos are all just really like square and blocky, and this one has some like curve and roundness. These aren't too bad. I still wouldn't want them.
Roses. But as you guys
forever.
know, Lego is super expensive, and it's a hobby that I've been doing a lot of lately. I've been doing it for literally years.
And really, I don't mind her doing this stuff if it busies her hands and she says, I'm not going to eat while I'm doing it, and uses it as a distraction. Good. But she really should be taking some of the many, 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 many hours she spends a week on Legos, and she could be meal prepping, cutting, chopping, cooking, or at least walking around her apartment complex when it's cold, walking up and down the halls. I'm sure there's some type of a gym there going. If you can't use the equipment, just walk around the gym space or whatever. If there's a pool and it's inside, walk around the pool. Because she needs to get some more movement, not just for weight loss, guys. She needs to keep her legs moving, because I truly worry about the circulation in her legs. They are in such a horrendous state. I fear that she's going to start having some really, really, really bad problems with them within the next couple of years. Instead of just sitting and doing this, she needs to delegate some of her time to moving.
Yes. But I've just become kind of fixated on it again. So something else that I really enjoy doing.
I've never heard her talk about Pokemon, like regular Pokemon.
So,
like, does she know any of those Pokemon other than Pikachu?
I actually got this from Amazon. I do like Pokemon. It is a thing. I think they're adorable. So I got this Pokemon die.
Is she talking to somebody who likes Pokemon now? That has to be it, right?
I'm painting, and I'm excited to give it a go.
Now, I would be offended that she bought this, because I remember sometime last year, some viewer, some baby of hers, sent her a giant wall mural sized diamond painting with all the little diamonds and all the stuff out of the goodness of their heart. And so Amber could give a shout out to their Etsy shop or whatever, wherever they have a shop, which, by the way, guys, check in my description. I do have an Etsy shop. There's going to be a lot more stuff to come. Soaps, I'm going to get them back on and stuff, body products. But I also make handmade, like, beaded jewelry and keychains and stuff. Shameless commerce plug, self-commerce here. But that person sent her a huge wall mural sized diamond painting with all the fixins, and we never saw it again. And if I saw her buying this, I'd be like, Amber, I sent you probably like $150, $200, however much they cost, diamond painting. Why are you buying them? I'd be offended.
And no, diamond painting is not as fun as Legos, but it's definitely a cheaper hobby. Hello, it's January 18th.
Hello. It's ready.
Okay, stepping on.
512.2 pounds.
512.
What? What? Wait a minute. Did I hear that right? Hold on. Okay.
It's January 18th.
The last weigh-in was what? 507, 508, right?
It's ready.
Okay, stepping on.
512.2 pounds.
512.2.
Holy hell.
Oh god. I could cry, but
You should cry. I mean, no joke.
I'm not going to. This.
Damn, girl. Oh, God. Okay, so she gained 4 pounds in a day? 5 pounds over the course of 2 days? Okay, now listen, guys. She ate a shit ton of food. That weight is not purely just fat gain. It's definitely some fluid retention, but that also shows she just has to have an enormous amount of food digesting, like physically moving through her system plus there is the weight gain from it. So do you know how much she had to have eaten? 8, 9,000, 10,000 calories the day before, at least. I mean, if you think about it, like, too, like, even if you're eating fast food and takeout, Amber's body is burning and digesting and expelling some of that food throughout the day by peeing and pooping and whatnot. So to still have like essentially almost 5 extra pounds on you in fluid and undigested, can you think that is like, that would be like what? How much would that weigh? That's the equivalent of like 3 supersized like McDonald's meals or something in food, like in your system. Like how much food she had to eat, even junk food, even highly calorically dense food. That's still a shit ton of food. She ate the day before probably what I eat if I'm eating normally, what my son eats, who he's a growing, very fit, active 11-year-old boy, so he eats a ton. And my partner, who's like a big, strong, like a big 270 pounds, 6 foot some, broad, big bone, barrel chested, like Viking guy. She probably ate what all 3 of us eat in the course of a day by herself. Oh, and my dog too. Don't forget Frodo. You'd be surprised at what this dog could put away for being how skinny his little ass is. So, I mean, like, does she realize, okay, here, I know I'm going off on several tangents, but when is Amber going to realize that one of the reasons people hate on her and don't like her and dislike her, it's not her weight. For a lot of people it is, to some degree. It is for everybody, I think, to some degree, and I'll tell you why in a second. But it's mainly how she acts, how she treats people, her entitlement, her laziness, just all the things, right? We know what all the things that make Amber Amber. But and she's having trouble getting a girlfriend because she wants a younger girlfriend. She doesn't want somebody her age who has responsibilities, like a full-time job that takes them away from the house 9, 10, 12 hours a day. God forbid, a kid they need to take care of, or a family member they need to take care of, or a house of their own, because that takes people away from Amber. Amber wants to alienate people and have them be at her side in her apartment, at her beck and call, do whatever she wants 24/7. And that's easy when you're in your 20s, you start dating 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 24-year-olds. But people her age, a lot of them have life like settled in, and they have responsibilities like that. So that's why Amber's having trouble finding a new girlfriend. And a lot of younger people don't want to date her. Well, one, her reputation procedure, they know she's like a mess. But even if they didn't, someone Amber's size is a lot of effort and a lot of work, because it takes a lot of work and effort to be this size and maintain it. She has trouble walking. I don't care what she says. She cannot clean herself properly. There's no way she's wiping her butt. At best, she's probably using a sponge on a stick type thing, a wiping device. And that's not desirable. That type of stuff is not desirable. I'm sorry, Amber, eating this amount of food to just maintain your weight, but to gain amounts like this it's gluttonous, it's greedy, it's selfish, it's shocking. It's like what people do when they make headlines when they eat these crazy amounts in food eating contests. It's not normal, and it's not attractive and appealing. Like, that's one of the many reasons why her weight is unattractive to people. Not just the physical weight itself, the deformity of her body, because I'm not trying to be mean, but let's be honest, guys. Amber is deformed. Well and truly permanently deformed. And it's just the behaviors to get to this size, the money spent to get to this size and maintain it. I mean, holy shit.
Actually breaks my heart.
If it breaks your heart so much, Amber, then you're gonna just get back on track, and that's gonna start going right down tomorrow, right?
So yesterday
Does it? I
was
haven't
the
watched this
worst
part
day,
yet.
food-wise, that I have had the whole January, what you guys are seeing is a lot of hot Cheeto and
Oh, no. That's not just hot Cheetos. You can't eat enough hot Cheetos to gain 5 pounds, 4 pounds overnight. At already being almost 510 pounds. That's a lot more than just Cheetos. That's your Jack in the Box. That's your whole refrigerator. That's like a couple of cans of those sugared nuts you like to keep in your house. It's all the things, Amber.
Reese's, a lot of salt, ramen.
I don't doubt
just,
that.
Like, literally,
Yeah, she shouldn't be eating ramen. It's a nice treat food. She's not eating this real authentic Asian style ramen. She's eating the frickin' instant ramen, which my kiddo likes, and he has sometimes. But one of those packs is 2 servings. And Amber, that she's eating like 2 or 3 packs at a time, maybe 4. So she shouldn't. That's just one of those things that empty calories. It won't fill her up. She shouldn't be eating it all.
yesterday was so
And why? Why, Amber? Why do you have Reese's and candy and cookies and hot Cheetos in your house? Why do you have them in your house? Why are they there? Why are you getting them at the store? I bet you she's not getting them at the store because she's still trying to give her mom the impression that she's trying to do good. Her mom might not watch her videos, guys. But I guarantee she. Why are you Instacarting this stuff? Well, the worst thing Amber ever did for herself, ever, and she continued it with this move to Oklahoma City. The worst thing she ever did was move to Lexington. She moved to a big city where she could literally have 24/7 access to DoorDash of almost any type of food she wants 7 days a week, 365 days a year. This year, 366. It's the worst thing she could do because she can have anything Instacarted or DoorDashed at any moment. And she does not have the self-control to not do that. She needs to move way out into the sticks where the only thing you can get maybe is pizza, and that place closes after like 10 p.m. and you can't have, like where I live, it costs me a ton of money to get clothes to get food like Instacarted from a neighboring town because I live in such a small town that the local stores don't DoorDash or don't Instacart. And we can't get DoorDash or Uber Eats. The restaurants don't do it around here. Uber, you can't even get an Uber as a ride here without, it would take you like a couple hours and it would have to come from far away because our town is so small and there's so few people using it. They don't even hang around. That's the kind of place Amber needs to live in because it will physically make it harder for her to have 24/7 access to food. And she needs somebody in control of her Uber Eats app, of her money, of something. She needs somebody with her 24/7 to control her intake. Because, even if she didn't get stuff DoorDash, she'd eat the house. She'd go through every snacky takeout thing, eat every bag of couscous, every box of stuffing. She would just go through and eat it all. She needs very serious intervention and help. But moving to the middle of nowhere would be a good start.
bad. I can't even put it into terms. It just truly felt like I could not get full, physically, mentally, emotionally.
See, physically, mentally, and emotionally. One, because she has that huge stomach. Your stomach is the size of your balled up fist. I bet you Amber's stomach is probably almost the size of like one of those mini watermelons, those little mini round watermelons where they're not, they're bigger than like your average cantaloupe and stuff. I guarantee that's how big her stomach is. At least. It could be bigger and it will stretch way bigger. Your stomach has amazing capacity to stretch. And so I believe she definitely doesn't feel physically full, but also she's eating for that emotional, mental reason, filling these problems, she has mentally with food. And she also just eats for pleasure. I've said it before, guys. It makes her happy. It's her happy place. It's her fun. It's her enjoyment. I've said it before. Amber, I don't believe, has any actual interest in real, true adult sex. Her sex is food. Her foodgasms are her pleasure. And she eats for that too. She can't just eat something that's blah, blah, it's okay, it's good. I'm eating it because I need to and it's healthy. And she eats everything has to be blissful and for pleasure, and make her eyes roll into the back of her head, or her eyes do that wonky thing where the one crosses, or and the food dance. Like, she has to do that for everything, because that's the main enjoyment in her life. She needs to get people in her life, get different hobbies, and stop eating all this hyper palatable food that gives her those reactions. She needs to get those reactions from somewhere else. And it can't be sex right now, guys. I'm sorry. It's really hard for somebody Amber size to actually do it. So, I'm not surprised that she just could eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and didn't feel full in any way, shape, or form.
Like, it doesn't matter. I gain weight so easy. The sodium is no joke.
Okay, Amber, there she is trying to. I gain weight so easy, guys. I gain weight far easier than normal people. No, Amber, you gain the same way other people do. The sodium. It's not just all water weight, Amber. Like, she's trying to, it's not because I ate so much. It's just because of the sodiums. No, it's because you physically ate a grotesque amount of food as well.
Normally, situations like this.
I can't believe I'd like to be a fly on the wall seeing her real day of eating. That would be shocking.
Make me cry, but it's like, why am I going to cry when I did this to myself? Like, I literally did this to myself. No one did this to me.
Okay, so what are you going to do about it, Amber?
No one did this for me. This is my fault. So instead of crying...
God, we're only 6.5 minutes in. Oh, man.
I'm going to use this as motivation to do better. We can't let days like this happen. Like, these used to happen way too often.
No, not we. We can't let days like this happen, Amber. We wouldn't. We try to tell you not to. You can't let this happen. But the problem is she can't tell herself no. She wants instant gratification. She's spoiled. She wants what she wants now, or when she wants it, how much she wants of it. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable and not get what you want all the time, and be hungry. And you have to do that, Amber, not us. There's no we.
Hey guys, so it's January 19th.
Jesus Christ.
So let's do a weigh-in here.
Hello, it's ready.
So I'm about to step on, but I do want to say I did better yesterday than the day prior. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
512.4 pounds.
You did better. But you maintained your weight, Amber. If you truly did better, it would have dropped a pound or so. At her size, it will.
12.4. Boo! I was expecting to lose a little bit more than that. So it was 512.4, which means I gained a little bit.
That's merely a fluctuation, Amber. You maintained your weights. Jesus.
Track yesterday. Like, all of these off tracks are definitely a reflection of my mental health. That's something I've definitely noticed.
Okay, but Amber, you can't just keep blaming everything on your mental health and your childhood trauma. There's people that have gone through what you've gone through, and far, far, far worse. And they're not like this, and they don't use it as an excuse. You just want to be a perpetual victim. Stop that. Stop it. And there's never any reason you can't eat less. And like I said before, I said it earlier, your mental health is directly related to your physical health. It is, guys. And at her size, and with the way she eats and how much she eats and how big she is, and just the crap she eats, it definitely is affecting her mental health. If she got freaking serious and suffered through losing weight for 3 or 4 months and ate a lot healthier and cut out most, or ideally all, of the junk food, but this is Amber we're talking about, most of the junk food, started getting that weight moving in the right direction, lost 40, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, she would be shocked at how much better her mental health probably would be. But no, she uses it as an excuse. Oh, I eat bad because of my mental health and all my mentals and all this and that. Oh, okay. So you have to do something to change it. You're going to have to be a little bit miserable for a couple of months during the transition period and just deal with it. I mean, you're already miserable, so pick your miserable, pick your hard.
I really don't want to come on here and do this, but admitting that I'm currently depressed for some reason is hard for me.
Amber, I believe you're always depressed. Living your life, all the money you make or not, would be absolutely depressing as hell. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but look at you and look at your life. It's very, very sad.
There's just so much stigma around it, and I don't know.
Because you use it, Amber. There's not stigma around it. It's stigma around you because you're always, I'm happy, I'm great 1 minute, then I'm super depressed, and you use the depression and your mentals and all these supposed diagnoses as excuses for bad behavior and mistreating people and overeating and harming yourself. And it's just, you refuse to go and do anything about it and stick with it and actually get help and go and be honest with the therapists and honest with your doctors and just shut your mouth and do what they freaking say. That's why there's, quote, stigma around it, because people are tired of your shit.
I am depressed.
I believe it. And definitely because she isn't hooking a new girlfriend yet. So I'm sure that's really, really, or maybe she was talking to a new girl and the girl bailed. And, so now Amber's sad because she pins her happiness and all that completely on being with somebody because she wants them to manipulate them and do her biddings all the time. And when it doesn't work out, it depresses her. So she could have been talking to someone and they ditched her, and now she's sad and all depressed because when a relationship ends, Amber's world ends. And it's also because she loves to have a partner, because she rubs it in people's face. I have a girl, because she thinks that seeing her with a partner is going to convince people how attractive and sexy and desirable and wanted she is. And that's just not the case, because people who like people Amber size, I'm sorry, they have problems. That's feeder level sizes on Amber. Like, most people won't like somebody just like Amber size without having some sort of a inclination towards bigger people, or they have poor habits themselves. And I'm not trying to be mean, but if you look at the quality of girlfriends Amber's had, somebody seeing them is not going to say, oh yeah, that girl must be so wanted and sexy and desirable. I mean, if that person wants her, then woo, because I mean, let's face it, I'm not trying to be mean. I wish I had $1 every time I said that, but the girls Amber goes out with are not necessarily the cream of the crop, so to speak. They all have problems. I think Becky was the nicest one. I know she has problems, and there's more than just looks. But all in all, not just looks wise, behavior wise and stuff like that, she hasn't dated the best people. So, but that's a big reason is why she gets upset about girlfriends and stuff. I bet she was talking to somebody and it didn't work out. Or her mom said, hey, I can't come over as much anymore, or I can't come spend time with you today because mom has a job, supposedly, and a life and a boyfriend. And I'm sure the boyfriend's going to get tired of Amber being carted around everywhere.
And I don't know why. Like,
you don't know why, Amber?
I have no reason to be depressed.
You have every reason to be depressed, Amber. Like I said, look at your life. You're going nowhere. You've accomplished nothing. You achieve nothing. You keep hurting yourself. You refuse to be honest with your therapists and doctors and stay in a treatment plan. You refuse to actually go and get the help you need and do the work you need to do to lose this gargantuan amount of weight. You have every reason to be freaking depressed, Amber.
Mental illness. Like, I have been like denying it. I have been in denial, and I just
because you were on your medicine, and then you feel, and you stopped taking all your medicine, and then you tried to say, I haven't been on any of my medication, guys, and I'm feeling great and everything. It's like, it's all smoke and mirrors.
The last few days, just that feeling of it coming, and today it just like really hit me, and I just.
So she must have been suspecting the impending breakup with the new girl. I don't know if that's what it is, guys. I'm just joking.
Haven't wanted to get out of bed. The only thing that I am finding the strength to do is literally get out of bed and take Twinkie outside. Days like this used to happen.
And I don't even believe that. I believe that there's a lot of peep ads for Twinkie. And okay, I'm not against that because I live in an area where it's so cold right now, and with the snow on the ground, it's too cold and it's not good for him to go out, my Frodo. But still got to run him and play him in the house and all that. And on the milder days, get him out when you can. But I don't think she's doing it in general. Not that much.
For me, a lot. Very frequently.
And then you wonder why Jade and your other girlfriends like dumped you. I'm sorry, it's not fun to be with someone who's always miserable and depressed and going through these episodes on top of being a mean, narcissistic heathen to them. But it's one thing if you were depressed and having these issues and you were sincerely working on it, but they all saw you quit everything and fail and not listen to your doctors and therapists and lie to them. Is it any surprise why all of them walk away? That's one of many reasons.
Emotions used to be very back and forth, up and down. It was like I was either depressed or manic. There was never like an in between. And it's like lately, just over time, especially within the time of living on my own, I have found some sort of balance. So for me to feel this way and to feel as low as I do, I just feel really sad. And it's like I feel like a failure right now at life.
Okay, this is going to be a little rude and harsh. Amber, you are a failure at life. The only thing you have going for you is the money you make from YouTube. If you did not have this freaking unicorn of an opportunity, this amazing luck you have with the money you make on YouTube, you would have nothing. Other than that, you have not achieved anything. So I'm sorry. I know it sounds like an asshole thing to say, but Amber is a complete and utter failure at life.
And I have missed uploading days because of this. And it's like the only thing.
I still think that she had a strike or something like that, and she's using this as an excuse. I think she got in trouble. It was exactly 7 days.
I could do is ride the wave. This has been my life for my.
So does that mean now that you're back, you're going to start uploading every other day again, like you promised, like you said? She couldn't even. She probably. I'm surprised. I bet the daily weigh-ins will go by the wayside too here soon. And she wanted to do it for a year, and she couldn't even make it 3 weeks.
And I just have to ride the wave. The thing is, like, sometimes the wave, it lasts months, weeks.
That happens, Amber. A lot of us, everybody goes through episodes where they're down in the dumps and they're depressed. But you know what? You have a much better ability to get through that because you can get help. A lot of people can't afford the treatments you can afford, and other people still have to get up and go to a job every day because they can't just disappear for a week, you know what I mean, and still have a job. They have husbands or wives and children and businesses and family to take care of. People go through worse than you, and they have to get up and suck it up and pull up their bootstraps and keep moving on. You have it, I'm sorry, but she has it so much easier in that sense compared to 98% of people. And she's sitting here wanting us to like pity her and go, oh, poor Amber. Oh my God, her life is so hard.
Days. I just want to be okay and I want to feel okay.
I told you how to do it. You need to start by being honest, getting yourself into help, getting yourself into therapy, having somebody take full control of your ability to get and eat food and start losing weight.
And today's just not it for me. Like if you would have asked me 4 days ago, Amberlynn, how are you doing? I would have said I'm great.
And was she actually, do we know, confirmed, diagnosed with she says BPD, but bipolar? Because this would make sense. This goes through, people with bipolar go through this type of stuff when they're not treated, and she quit all her medicines. She needs a true caregiver, like an actual like conservatorship like Britney Spears had, where somebody is in charge of her medications, making sure she takes them every day, make sure she's not skipping them, is in charge of her food, give her money, say, okay, here, money, Amber, here's money for bills, and that's it, and then not let her have other stuff, because she's just, I don't believe she's fully capable of taking care of herself properly.
I'm happy, I'm good, and today I'm like miserable beyond belief, and I just feel so sad.
I feel like a right prick, not feeling the sympathy that I know she's trying to get from people. My sympathy bone's broken. I can't find it because I just don't feel as bad for her. I mean, in a way I do, but I don't feel bad because she's not doing anything to change. She's not. If she were seriously trying to make changes, that would be a different story.
Like within my soul, but I know it's because I'm depressed, and that's just how I am feeling right now. So if anyone else is struggling.
And Amber, FYI, you cannot fill that void or feed that depression with food. You can't. And see, that's one of the reasons she does that. It's sad. She likes to act like she has all these friends and she's so adored. Amber has nobody. She has nobody. She doesn't have friends. She doesn't have friends because people who are around her for any length of time find her so unbearable that they aren't friends with her anymore. And the friends she makes via her girlfriends, they all bail on her when there's a breakup because she's insufferable, because she needs to just admit she treats people lousy. She's greedy. She's selfish. Okay, you buy people a lot of things, but that's nice for some people. That's nice after a while, but hey, that's what wifey was there for, as far as I'm concerned, was money and stuff. And even then, she got to the point where, okay, enough's enough. When you are just not a good person, eventually you are not able to buy people's presence in your life. They will leave because you bring them down.
With depression, just know I know how it feels, and you're not alone, and we're gonna get through it.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome to a new vlog. It is January 20th.
Oh my God.
So I'm feeling a tiny bit better than I did in my last vlog, where I talked to you guys just very
Did she have like a dozen cake pops or something to lift her mood?
surface level about like I feel a tad bit.
Amber, I'm sorry. I know I'm mean. I've said it before, but that's one of the problems with Amber is she is very surface level. She's a very surface level, shallow person. I've said it before, and people think the deepest thing about Amber is her belly button, because she has that's why she doesn't go to church or have a faith system or anything like that. And I don't believe in ghosts. She can't believe in anything beyond herself, because everything is just surface level. The depth of Amber is what's going on, and the tacky drama on H3 or 90 Day Fiance or something like that. I mean, it's very juvenile, but also she is a very shallow person, in my opinion.
Depressed. Yesterday was really, really bad, but thankfully I feel like I have dug myself.
She could develop some depth, but she doesn't want to. That takes self-reflection and personal work, and she doesn't want to do it.
Out of my depression hole a little bit. And if you are a cardinal sign, aka Capricorn, like I am, you guys know that January 20th is a good day today because Pluto has finally left Capricorn. I used to not really be.
What does that mean, Amber? She's saying these things and she doesn't know a rat's ass of to what it means. I know a little bit about astrology because I haven't been like a Christian for years, and I do believe in all of the like nature spirits and nature faiths and all that stuff, and the things ancient people used to believe in and stuff like that. But Amber doesn't believe in that stuff. Again, that's too deep for her. It's too in depth. She just said that, oh, Pluto left Capricorn. What does that mean, Amber? What does that mean? Do you really know? And who is she hanging out with or talking to that is into astrology? Is it her mother? Is it her mother's boyfriend? Is it her grandma? I want to know who.
Into like zodiac signs, but I don't know what it is, like especially within like the last
like she doesn't understand. Like, what are you gonna do? Or like, can you like, are you gonna like blame something on Mercury when it's in retrograde next time or whatever? Like, you don't like, it's one thing if she believed in that shit, but she doesn't believe in it and she doesn't know anything. Just like she got those tarot cards, I think, just to spite people, like kicking geese. Oh, I got these tarot cards and they're amazing. And I personally thought those were ugly as sin. And the ones she got. And you know, the ankle, now he does a good channel, you know, he's a newer channel. Does tarot on her, and Tiny Blue Dancer does rune castings, and I actually have to watch those. I haven't watched those yet. I found that channel recently. Love both of them, the ankle and Tiny Blue Dancer. Go check them out. Very different styles, both very fun. But she just got them just to like have something to talk about and mock reaction channels, because she tried to say, oh, I didn't give permission to have my tarot read, you know, by kicking geese. She didn't say that, but that's what she meant. And so I don't believe it's real, and that reading isn't accurate, but I'm gonna do this, and it is. And she did it for like a day or two, and then we never heard of the tarot cards again. So she's hanging out with somebody who is into this shit.
Month or two, I have been more fascinated with it, so I have just been like,
so she's been talking to somebody for a month or two. Who, raise your hand, is the Zodiac girly talking to Amber?
research and like learning more about it, and I don't know, kind of love it. Okay, anyways, I'm rambling. Let's do the weigh-in.
Yes, let's.
Okay, stepping on.
513.8.
513.8. I just keep gaining.
Do you hear that? She, I just keep gaining, just for no reason, Amber, out of nowhere. At 512 pounds, you just keep gaining. No, so she talked about yesterday. Oh, the frowny face, and I'm so sad, and this is just heartbreaking, and I have to use. She didn't change anything. She's in that part now where she's just saying F it, and she's just doing what she wants, eating what she wants. She needs a conservatorship. Mama Lynn, somebody. And I know she's been mad at her mom before because her mom has commented on what she eats and told her not to eat so much and don't eat that much and don't eat that much rice. And like, she didn't like it. She gets mad about it. She only keeps people around that are yes men or yes women. They will do what she says. And she bullies them. She's probably an absolute disaster to live with. But she hasn't changed anything. She just talked about how heartbroken she was. She's just keeping on, keeping on.
Which is very freaking sad. Oh my god.
And do you hear like how insincere she is? It's so freaking sad. And she's laughing. I can see the duper's delight without having to see it. She doesn't think it's sad. She's just mad that she isn't waking up miraculously one day after cutting a little bit of food and not being a 200-pound skinny legend.
Okay, you guys. So
Amber's got literally, there's the word, appropriate way to use it. Amber, you have literal years ahead of you of hard work, of doing this, staying on track, focusing almost every single day for years. And she just doesn't have it in her. I mean, look, she doesn't even have a few weeks in her.
it makes me really sad to even have to write down. But I mean, I'm not doing that great with my mental health. And that reflects.
Amber, stop blaming it purely on your freaking mental health. There are people that are depressed and they don't eat and they lose a ton of weight. There are people who are overly stressed, full of anxiety, and they still do what they need to do. You don't have, like I said, the stressors that other people deal with. You could have started meal, even if this lazy queen, oh, she gets me. Doesn't even have to freaking meal prep, okay? She could just sign up for a nice, like one of those weight loss, like one of those companies that does weight loss meal plans, and they'll do vegetarian or vegan or keto or just general omnivore or just healthy foods, calorie. She could have them deliver that, and she could maybe even set it up. Say, look, I'll eat if you deliver 12 of them. I'll eat 12 of them. So can you just deliver every day, just every day, deliver my meals, or every couple of days, and they're ready and they're pre-prepared and they're fresh and they're delicious and they're healthy, and just eat them, and then only have like your snacks you supposedly love so much, like your baby carrots and your broccoli and your radishes and crap like that, and just have that stuff in the house. Have your conservator, your mom or whoever, set it all up. And she could just have healthy food delivered to her. She wouldn't have to cook. She wouldn't have to do dishes and clean up, really. And I would, if I had the money, I would seriously commit to that for a month. Maybe I'll save up and do that, guys. If you want to donate to the channel via coffee or a Superthanks or something, awesome. It would be great. There's links in the description. But if you don't want to, that's fine. I might save up and just commit to using a healthy food delivery service, like maybe because I can't get that around here, but like Freshly or HelloFresh or something for a month. And for a month, that's all I'll eat every day. It's like I will eat what's on that plan, and we will see how it works. If I lose weight, what plan I pick, that would be, maybe I could save up some money. Maybe that'd be something fun to do for Lent, or maybe right after. Because if she did that, it would be so controlled and so easy that she would lose a ton of weight. She would drop 25 pounds, 30 pounds a month, the first, no joke, 2 or 3 months. Amber could lose 160 pounds this year, and she's struggling to even get that 100. She's not even going to lose 10 pounds. What are your bets? How much is Amber going to weigh at the end of the year? And I think I am going to do a video with those side by sides I made, those pictures, and give my thoughts on it. It will probably only be like a 10-minute video. Maybe it's not going to be nothing too long, but I am interested. I might actually do that. I might try to get that out today, or I'll do it in the next couple days. But I think come January 1st next year, she's going to be weighing in right around where she is now. Maybe up like 540, 550. I said before recently, and I said, I don't think we will ever see Amber get and maintain below 500 pounds ever again. I think this is about as good as it gets. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. You guys talk so great. Have so many good opinions and observations and stuff. I love hearing what you guys say in the comments and talk to each other and talk to me. And so I love it.
The way that I eat, that is very prominent. Like, I'm so glad I started documenting all this down.
And I can understand depression affects people's weight. Some people you eat out of, I emotionally eat, and some people just stop eating, you know, because of depression and crap like that. But like I said, she has the time and money and ability to get this taken care of. She's been in Oklahoma for over 3 months now. She could have already found a therapist and she is a psychiatrist and some doctors, and already been on the waiting list with appointments to where she was getting in now and getting this started.
Because
no excuse except herself.
Witnessed that myself, that when my mental health is really bad, so is my eating. So I'm gonna try my very
Amber, you know that. Everybody knows that.
Today, especially, to just focus on the good things in my life. I have so much to be grateful for.
And you know what? I sound like a jerk. I really don't believe she is truly grateful for anything. I don't. I don't think she is. I don't think she has it in her. But I agree, she does have a hell of a lot to actually be thankful for.
And I really need to figure this out.
And she takes all that stuff for granted.
Hi guys, it is the next day. I didn't even do my weigh-in today. My mom ended up staying the night last night, and we watched.
Oh, so you didn't do your weigh-in today. So what? Her 366 days of weigh-ins lasted 21 days. She could have still done her weigh-in. She could still do it when she gets home. It'll be off, but it's, even if you know it's going to be off because you've eaten and drank or whatever, instead of just giving up, just suck it up and say, you know what? I made a goal for myself. I'm going to hold myself to this, and I'm going to do it. I will note that it was late in the day. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but damn it, I'm going to stick to something, and I'm going to do it.
A scary movie called Thanksgiving. Scary movie. It's like a killer movie, and I could guess who the killer was, like, almost immediately. But
because Amber's, like, so smart. She's the smartest girly in all of the land.
I still actually enjoyed it. Anyway, so I guess my mom stayed the night, and then just, like, this weird mental headspace I've been in, and the fact that I've been flopping anyways on my weight, like, I just, like, didn't weigh myself. I didn't even think about it until just now being in the car. So I do apologize about that.
So we're at the stage where she just gives up weighing in and just throws caution to the wind and just eats all the things. And then in the beginning of February, in a couple weeks or so, we'll get I want to get back on track, guys. I'm ready. And just a new start. Oh my God. We didn't even make it through the month of January. It's bad, Amber. It's real bad.
Me and my mom are actually heading to my grandma's house. We're going to play some cards today.
Are you going to go out to eat again? Because you seem to do that every time.
Sunday, by the way. Sunday, January 21st, I think.
Okay, so her daily weigh-ins lasted 19 or 20 days.
Saying the dates of my videos. Like, I don't know if I'm going to continue the 21st, I think. I do want to continue saying the dates of my videos. Like, I don't know if I'm going to continue the daily weigh-ins. I don't know. I just...
She even just said, well, I don't know if I'm going to continue the daily weigh-ins. They're gone. Like, who said about 3 weeks, like 19, 20 days, ding, 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 you're the winner. I thought she was going to at least last through January, but this is why, Amber, you shouldn't give yourself 100 days of weigh-ins. I'm still sticking to it, guys. I'm going to hashtag Amber, and I'm going to show her that you can frickin' do it and just rub it in her face. I'm sorry that's mean, but I'm just going to be mean and do that. But she should have started with 14 days of weigh-ins and then 30 days of weigh-ins, because she couldn't even last the 30 days, but she would have been successful with the 14 days, and then that may have been motivating for her to say, okay, I made a goal, I stuck with it. Like, I did it for 2 weeks, now let me do it another 2 weeks or 3. My God. I'm talking to a brick frickin' wall.
I know what's happening, but honestly, I think it might be seasonal depression, which is not fully something that I've...
It probably is, Amber. Any type of depression or whatever, you've got it all. I don't even want to hear this. I'm sorry.
People don't have anything to do. Better. Like, I just had a hard last, like, 5 days. 6 days. I don't know, but I feel so much freaking better. I actually just posted a couple TikToks, and
Also, now she's happy and cheery. I'm on the TikTok. I can't let people think I'm too much of a depressed train wreck because I'm not going to land a new girly that way, right? Her TikToks are so cringe, guys. I can't do them. I try to do videos on them, but they just, ugh.
one of them I duetted Tammy Slayton, and we're both dancing. I don't like how
Yeah, and I saw that. And guess what? The Slaytons don't like you, Amber. They think you're a joke. And how does it feel, by the way, to be like you and Foodie are the only girls in Girl World that are not losing weight? Tammy weighs far less than you. But the thing is she sees how Tammy looks. I'm not trying to be mean. I think Tammy personally looks great. All the loose skin and stuff, the weight she's lost, she should be proud and wear that like a badge of honor. She has done an immense amount of work. And when if she gets to the point where she wants and gets a lot of skin removal, she's never going to look 100% normal, but she's going to look better and she's going to look great and she's going to feel better and be healthy and be able to do things she couldn't do before. And that's the most important part. And Amber doesn't want to look like that. And Amber knows that it would take years of weight loss and reconstructive surgeries and lipedema, liposuction and skin removal to still never even fully look normal. And I think she's too vain. She feels like she looks better now and doesn't want to look deflated and saggy and stuff for a couple of years. Because her face, everything will sag. She won't be able to hide that.
looks right there. I still have my balloons. They're alive and well, folks.
Yeah, Amber, your balloons are, but are you going to be?
Oh my god, I have a hole. I just remembered.
Okay, well, I don't care about this haul.
And she was calling out to me.
That's Amber, you don't need another obsession. Like, why does Amber need a squishmallow? Like, they're cute. I'd like to get a couple. They're cute. I'd get a couple for my son's bed and stuff. That'd be real cute. But I will get a couple. Amber will buy 50 of them. And I guarantee we will see all of a sudden there will be a squishmallow haul or a bunch of new ones. She's gonna say, she's going to get 50 of them.
Because me and my mom were at Walmart yesterday and also got a few other things. So, fake plants.
Her and her fake plants. She can't even buy real plants and water them. Clearly, wifey was keeping the plants alive. Look how she walks. Just the side by side. She can't even walk normal anymore. It's so sad. They are cute, Amber, but get real plants. Real plants also, it's like proven that real plants in people's houses, real plants, flowers, stuff like that, makes people less depressed. People enjoy they enjoy having pets, having real plants and watering them and having pretty vines growing and flowers and stuff makes people happy. Cactuses, you watch them bloom and everything, and you water them and you take care of them and you watch them grow. It's good for people. So why get these stupid plastic things? Get some freaking real plants. Is that too much work?
What you call those? And then I also got this adorable Barbie mug.
Yep, because when I think of Barbie, the first thing I think of is Amberlynn Reid.
I was like,
You're not Barbie, Amber.
In my kitchen, room and linens, my living in warm looks, and lighting though is not cute.
Oh my God! Look at this, Jesus! You see, guys, she's walking to the fridge. Holy crap!
To try this.
I mean, look, she can't even walk normal. It's literally a side to side, like weebles wobble, and apparently they do fall down. But she's as wide as her refrigerator. Wider, maybe. It's actually shocking every time you see her.
I need to do it now.
Same with those full body shots of Foodie, and even from front to back, she's as wide from gunt to shelf as her fridge is deep.
My friend did it, okay, and when I saw her do it, I was like, okay.
Okay, so we gotta clip in some feeder content here. I'm sorry, she does this. She knows it's feeder stuff. Feeder bait.
I'm gonna try this for a vlog. This lighting though is not cute. So I'm gonna take some sour cream.
Okay. Not a bad thing. And you know what? I have always been a component for lower carb diets. You gotta watch lower calorie items tend to have a lot of added sugar, so they have more sugar and carbs in them. But you can get a light sour cream that actually doesn't have added sugar and stuff. So instead of getting regular sour cream, she could have gotten the light sour cream, and it's a lot less calories and it's pretty much the same texture and it has the same flavor. It's not much of a difference at all. What's she gonna do with it?
I'm gonna open it, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drink it, okay? Just kidding. I'm gonna come in here. And I'm gonna get this restaurant style dressing, ranch.
Okay.
Open her up. I'm gonna add her to the sour cream.
Okay, so you know what? I'm going to try this because I like ranch dressing. But especially store-bought stuff is not very healthy. But this would actually be good to make like a ranch like dip. And I've been trying to eat a lot more like raw vegetables. That would actually be really good. Like you could put some, like a couple little dollops of it in a salad even, and then add a little like vinegar to thin it out and mix it up, and you get a salad dressing, a healthier ranch. And that's like one of my little tricks, guys. Is like when I make a salad, I put a little bit of like the unhealthy dressing, like a Thousand Island or ranch or whatever, and then put a little like vinegar in it too, and toss it around, and it still gives you more of like wetness to your salad if you don't want a dry salad without adding a lot of any extra calories, and it increases the flavor to me. But this would be really good for dipping like my celery and baby carrots and crap like that in. So, but she is better to use the light sour cream and not eat the whole thing in one. Definitely big thing is, Amber, don't eat the whole thing in one go.
I have no idea how much. So
She will probably use this to dip like those like veggie chicken nuggets and crap she gets out of the freezer, and they're just super unhealthy. But because she's using this healthier version of a ranch dip, it'll be healthier, right? No.
I don't remember. Look at that. Ew. So now I'm gonna sit here and stir this for probably a hot minute. All right, so I stirred it and it looks.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. I'm going to try this actually.
Some of these like sweet
I want to get these peppers. I don't know if I see them at the store. I'm sure they have them, but these would actually be good.
mini bell pepper thingies. And if you guys know me, you know that I love these so much. So I was like, I got.
That's why you're the size you are, because all this healthy stuff is all the stuff you just love so much.
I'll try this. She just dipped it.
Oh my God, the mailman's outside. Okay, get the bite for the feeders. What was that? Do you see how excited she gets about food? She wasn't like that with the peppers, but she was like that once you put the ranch dip on them. Oh my God. You see the eyeballs getting big. Like, yeah, it can be really good. But if Amber eats something that has that really good effect on her, she can't stop eating it. This might not be a good idea for her. So she dipped the same pepper in the dip 3 times instead of just dipping it like once. So it's still a lot of calories because it's a full fat sour cream, and she's dipping repeatedly.
Oh, that's my new favorite snack.
You guys that are here, you know Frodo. He's right behind me, and somebody's out there, and he's going nuts. I will mute until he's done.
Great.
Yeah, do you see this? What'd she say?
Have you ever ate something so good you just gotta close your eyes for a minute?
Yeah, like look, see this? Thank you for the thumbnail, Amber. This is why she needs somebody to be there to control her food all the time, because you see this reaction she's getting now that, oh, do you ever guys eat something so that you have to just close your eyes and feel the moment and basically have a gasm, you know, if you know what I mean? And like, do you see this bliss she's in? She will never take that away from herself, and she needs to have somebody around to control how much of that she's getting. I mean, she's literally in a zone. She ate that whole pepper and ate that whole bite without closing her eyes. Like, she was literally went to another place, her happy place. It's crazy. It's a sweet pepper with a little bit of a pre-made ranch dip.
Okay, guys, so I just sat here and edited this whole vlog.
Okay, I don't want to hear no more. I'm done. I know this was a long one. I'm sorry. She had a long video, therefore I have a long video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I am going to work on a couple more things, and I'll have them out over the next few days. Let me know what you think in the comments. Can you believe she gained that much, and she's completely off the rails now, right? That's the consensus where we're at. Thank you for joining me. I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope you guys are staying warm, having a good day. I'll see you next time.